Hey everyone. Woo! Thank you for having me on your page, Team Sparkle Central Consultant Training. I'm super excited to have been asked by Terry to come and do some training with you guys. My glasses are changing because I just came in from outside. So I'm gonna get started right away, and you guys can watch the replay if you need to, but tonight we're to talk about online parties. And we're back. First of all, my name is Edie Ann. I have been a consultant for a little over 6 years. I'm a superstar director now. And I live in a town of about 192 people, so I really had no choice but to make online work for me. I forgot to shut my notifications off. So it's a little bit trying when you don't really have much guidance, which I didn't, and figured that if I was going to utilize my platform, which was basically the world, being able to get in touch with the world through social media, that I was going to try and do the best that I could. So that's pretty much what happened, and that's why I am pretty well versed with online parties. I do really well with them. I do a lot of them. And I like to show you guys how to do them. So the first thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is to make sure that you do not make it harder than it is, because it really isn't very hard at all. And if you have any concept of the flow of our catalog, then having an online party is going to work really, really well. Hey guys! And so when I say the flow of a catalog, our catalog goes in different categories, correct? And so when I do an online party, I do it by category. So here's how I do my most recent type parties. Got an itchy nose, sorry. We have some really great technology now with Facebook Live or Instagram Live or YouTube Live that we have the ability to kind of do a home party live, right? So that's the easy one. The easy one is that you go live like this and you start showing product and explaining how it works and all that good stuff, right? So that is a presentation like you would do at home, at a home party. Super easy. Basically, I just get everything situated on my desk in front of me. I prepare it for the big brown truck might be coming, which means the dogs are going to start barking. I don't think I have a delivery coming today, but we're going to find out in about 5 minutes. So, and I have a really bad squirrel syndrome, so I always forget where I'm at, and I have lots of squirrels around here. So doing it live actually gives you the ability to do it just like you would at a home party, which is phenomenal. My suggestion for that is to create an event, invite the people to the event, and we're going to talk about that, and go live in your event. Now, when we're doing online parties, whether you're going to do it live, whether you're going to do static videos means that they're pre-recorded, or you're going to do posts where you're actually going to post something in text and you're going to add pictures to it. It doesn't really matter, but I prefer using an event, mainly because of the fact that you have to do invitations. Invitations are vital to any kind of party, right? When we do a home party, don't think he's coming here. Nope. Okay, good. No dogs barking. Sorry. If you do a group, what tends to happen is people just get added to the group and they get kind of frustrated. We have so many groups on Facebook now that it's fairly unimportant to be part of a group, you know? So I suggest that you use an event, and hostess coaching is going to be vital as well. So make sure that you are letting your hostess know that she needs to personally invite all of the guests. If you were having a home party, you would be sending out invitations, postcards, making phone calls, sending texts, doing emails. You're going to invite those people to the home party. You need to do the exact same thing no matter what kind of party you're having, okay? The only one that really doesn't involve inviting is basket parties, right, or tote parties. So it's just really important that your hostess knows, or if you're the hostess, that you know that inviting more than 50 people is going to negate the event. What does that mean? That means that it becomes less and less important the more people that you invite. If I look at an invite with Facebook events and I see that there's 3,000 people that were invited, I am not going to feel special about attending. Matter of fact, I may even say she's not even going to notice if I'm not there, right? So it's super, super, super important. Did you get that? Super important. To make sure that you are individually inviting everybody, okay? Spam messages are not cool on Facebook. So copying and pasting is okay, but each message needs to be a little bit different. Whether that means you're changing their name, changing location, or a hi or howdy or hello or bonjour, whatever you want to do. It needs to be a little bit different so that Facebook understands that you are not trying to spam, okay? Once you have invited people and you have an event that is actually going to be happening now, yay! You are going to make sure that the hostess understands what is expected from her, okay? Honestly, guys, I don't care how you run a Facebook party or an online party. The most important part about it is the hostess coaching. If you don't do the hostess coaching and you just kind of let her assume that she knows what she's doing, you're going to have a dud for a party. People aren't going to show up. Nobody's going to be interacting in the party, and nobody's going to be ordering during the party. So if you've had the results of those and that has been what your results have been, then it's more than likely because you did not set the expectations for your hostess as to what you want her to do, okay? So the invitation part is first. Secondly, she needs to make sure that she's posting on her social media so that people know she's hosting a party, right? She needs to utilize the same platform that we are. And so she needs to make sure that at least the morning of the party, she's making a post on her Facebook page saying, hey guys, I'm having a Facebook party tonight. Just a reminder for those that are attending, and if you would like an invite, let me know, right? Something simple and easy. And matter of fact, you could give her some pictures that she could post with that post, right? So that it makes it a little bit more sensified. Once the invitations and her expectations of posting on social media and private messaging people and personally inviting people, then the key comes to being part of the party, okay? I'm going to tell you what I post in the party. Super simple, easy. That's not the issue here, right? So once you're in a party, whether you're going live, whether you're doing static videos, whether you're doing posts with pictures, it doesn't matter. I want you to imagine if you had gone to the hostess's house and everybody was coming in the door and we were, kind of herding them into the living room and saying, okay, we're going to be doing everything in here. Come and sit down. If you want something to drink, here we go. And then all of a sudden I say, okay guys, we're going to get the party started. If you want to have a seat and we'll get going. And the hostess gets up and leaves that room and goes into a completely different room and shuts the door. The hostess is now absent from the party. How awkward is that? If you're doing an actual home party and the hostess gets up and leaves, then how awkward is that going to be for not only you as the consultant, but the customers and her guests, right? So it is super important that that hostess is in that event and commenting and liking and posting and asking questions and being active in that group so that her customers and her guests know that she is present, If they don't feel her presence, they will not stay in the party. 0. They will not stay in the party. Yeah, so awkward. They won't stay in the party if he or she is not being active in the party. So that is just as important as personally inviting people to the event. Okay? So now do you see why hostess coaching is so vital to having a successful party, whether it's a basket party, an online party, or a home party? That hostess needs to understand what is expected from her, right? If she doesn't know, she will not do. Okay? So make sure that she is liking on the posts that you make. Make sure she's tagging friends on pictures of things that she feels that would be a good fit for that person. I always say tag responsibly. Don't be just tagging willy-nilly all, during the whole event and just tagging people so that you can get their attention. No. Find a warmer, find a guest and say, "Ooh, this warmer would be perfect for you, April. I think you would love this in your living room." That kind of thing. Make sure that she's asking questions. Even if she knows the answer, tell her. Even if you know the answer, still post the question, because 1, some of your guests may not know the answer, but 2, they'll also see that you're interacting in the party. Okay? Make sure that she is following up with the guests to make sure that they are in the party. At the very beginning of the party, you do some kind of a roll call usually, or just to say, "Hey, we're here, tell me a little bit about the hostess, or how you know the hostess," or whatever. And if you're seeing that a lot of people are not interacting, at that point, the hostess needs to get involved and private message her guests one at a time, or tag them in a post that she would like them to see, so that they can be alerted that their presence is wanted. Okay? And not just come to the party because the party is going. I want you at this party. I want you to come and attend this party with me. I think it's going to be fun, and we're gonna do this together. So it's super important that the hostess coaching gets done, guys. Okay, so if you don't get anything from this training other than hostess coaching, I'm okay with that. I am perfectly fine with that. So to run an actual party is really simple, and I've simplified it even more than I used to, because we used to have this long outline that I had created, and it was a lot of copying and pasting. It was a lot of work. It was probably close to 40 or 50 posts in an hour, and that's a lot. That's like 1 a minute, and it was hard to keep up with, but it worked. It was when we started, we were doing it, and it worked, and that's fine. I've simplified things now. And because Facebook doesn't want us posting more than 4 or 5 minutes at a time, right? Because they think we're being spammy, and if we're being spammy, they put us in Facebook jail, and then they lock us down where we can't send messages or post or whatever. So we don't want that. So basically what I have come down to, and I'm going to post this in your group when we're done, it's just a picture that has an outline of different things. Oh, thanks, Joe. So basically, I start off, like the day before, I will do something like, "Hey, let's tell me how you know the hostess," or "Tell me where you're from," as you enter the event. And so we're asking for a little call to action. We're asking them to respond to a post. So that kind of gets the mood going a little bit. And then the day of the party, in the morning, I probably will put something like, "Hey guys, don't forget, tonight's our party. I want you to make sure that you're dressed comfortably. Make sure that you invite a guest with you if you'd like. And if you do, let us know who they are, introduce them," that kind of thing, right? So that they can kind of, again, it's to get the notification in their feed that morning to remind them about the party that night. Now, I'm not going to keep posting all day long, because ultimately that will turn people off and they won't come. So 1 time in the morning is perfectly fine. Let's say the party starts at 8 o'clock. At about 6 o'clock, I will message the hostess and say, "Hey, can you follow up with your guests that have said maybe or haven't replied, so that they can RSVP the event, so that they are there when we get started." Sorry. And then I will probably go into the group and play some kind of an interactive post. Some people call it a game. I don't, because I don't give prizes. I don't do games, I don't do prizes. I do interactive posts to create interaction with the guests and the hostess and the consultant. So I might post a picture of which warmer looks best in this room, that sort of thing, because there's really no wrong answer for that. There's no right answer either. And again, it'll get the interaction going. And then at about, I guess I'll probably, like 7:45, I would put in the video of how Scentsy became to be. And you can go grab those videos on Scentsy's YouTube channel. All of those videos are available for us to use. So I kind of like that one because it shows Heidi and Orville at a very raw moment during it, and it's the Scentsy journey, the Scentsy story. So I'll post that at about 15 minutes of, just to get people who are already there something to look at and something to do. And that right at the top of the hour, I will say, okay guys, we're gonna get started. Oh, and another thing that I might do the day before as an interactive post. I have started doing polls, and so the day before the party starts, I'll do a poll and I'll say, hey, I'm going to be going live at some point during our party. What product are you not familiar with that you would like to learn more about? And then I'll list our categories. So I'll put diffusers, warmers, fragrances, oils. Actually, I probably put wax and warmers, oils and diffusers, kids stuff, laundry stuff, skin stuff, that kind of thing. And I'll give them something to select, and then the one that gets selected the most is what I'll go live with during the party. Okay, so let's say they selected diffuser, because that happens a lot. So I'm going to start right off at the top of the hour and say, okay guys, we're going to get ready. I heard you guys, and I know that you guys want to learn about diffusers, so at about 7:15 I'm going to be going live, so don't forget, don't miss out on that or whatever. Use your own wording, and let them know that you're going to be going live at some point during the party to show them the diffuser. So then I start off and say, okay, if you don't know what Scentsy is, this is what Scentsy's all about, and maybe post a picture of, you know how we have the warmer where it has the warmer with the dish up here and the wax up here and the plug, and you just turn it on. You can do something like that. And again, guys, listen, I am a huge advocate. You're welcome. I am a huge advocate for making your own pictures. You ain't gonna get pictures from me anymore. If you come onto my page and you grab pictures, that's totally up to you, and that's fine. But I can guarantee you your customers are gonna look at it as if it's an advertisement, because it's not yours, and there's less credibility behind it. So make your own pictures, okay? There's tons of great tools out there like Photify or Canva or PicMonkey. Those are all amazing apps that you can utilize to create pictures, okay? So make your own, that was weird. Make your own pictures, okay? Or doll up some of the pictures from the marketing tab, okay? So I'm gonna start off and I'm gonna say, all right, we're gonna start, there's right now there's 7 categories. I think in the new catalog there's 8. I'm not sure how we got an extra one when we're getting rid of 2, but that's okay. So basically I'm gonna have 7 posts, and the post is gonna say introducing Scentsy Laundry, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about what Scentsy Laundry is and the products that are in it, and then post a picture that might be fairly generic to the entire laundry line. And then in the comments below, I will put pictures of each of the individual products with more information about them. That's going to keep me out of Facebook jail, because I'm commenting rather than posting pictures all the time in the event, okay? And it keeps it much more organized. If people have questions about Scentsy Laundry, they're going to go back to that post and they're going to comment underneath it, okay? The next one, introducing Scentsy Kids. And Scentsy Kids has some amazing products. You're going to love them. My kids do. I have a 3-year-old grandson who absolutely loves the Scentsy Buddies. I kind of like them too, you know, that kind of thing. And then post a generic picture about the Scentsy Kids line, and then underneath it, put pictures of our current buddies, put pictures of the clips, put pictures of the Scrubby Buddies. Wow. Which are going away. So whatever's in the kids line, go ahead and put in the comments underneath that post. And then the next post, again, introducing, or here is our Scentsy Skin line, or here's our Groom line, or here's our fragrances, warmers and wax, diffusers and oil. Speaking of diffusers and oil, I'm going to be going live now, and I'm going to demo a diffuser. So you'll stop what you're doing as far as posting, you'll go live, talk about, you know, do a demonstration of a diffuser if you have one. If not, then you can just kind of show stuff on the computer or in the book, and the live. Now, the key of what's going to happen while you're going live, people are going to interact, because live is just the thing right now. People are going to start asking questions. They're going to say, oh my God, do you have the new Scentsy Go? Can you show us the new Scentsy Go? Sure, absolutely, I can do that. So it kind of gets that interacting going. And actually, to be honest with you, there have been times when I don't even go back and post the rest of the categories, because I'm going to end up showing them in the live feed anyway. So it is so easy and so flexible and so unpressured, and it's just a much more comfortable way of doing online parties. So once you're finished talking about the product, then you're going to go to the ordering part, and this is where you have to be very explicit as to how you want people to place their orders. I have them all go to my website under her party and place their orders. Very rarely do I place orders for customers. I know that there's a lot of consultants that say at a home party, you place the orders for the customers. Yep, I get it, but we have it's so easy, and they don't mind. You know, and sometimes you'll run into people that don't want to put credit cards online. That's fine. You're still going to have to get it over the phone at least from them. But you can decide however you want to do to take orders. You can have them send all of their orders to the hostess, and the hostess can get them to you. You can have them send all the orders to you. I usually only have 60-minute parties. So I'll post once the day before, once in the morning of, and then 15 minutes prior to the party. 60 minutes I'll do the party, and then it's done. The longer it is, the less interest people are going to have. The longer it is, the easier people are going to lose interest. The longer it is, people are going to forget about it, and then all of a sudden nobody's placing orders. And I just find that even 30-minute parties are amazing, because it's just kind of a, here we go. This is the stuff you need to know, and you already know what Scentsy is, so that's good. We're going to order. Right? I just feel like if there's no demo needed, then don't demo. If all of them know what Scentsy is, and that's a great poll question to have the day before. Do y'all know what Scentsy is? And if they say yes, then maybe you don't have to do as much demoing. Maybe you just, you know, give them the information about hosting their own party. Maybe you talk about joining. You know, I do that in my last video. So I have a static video at the end that says thank you. I'm going to explain how to place your orders. You really should consider joining if you love Scentsy. Kind of go over those things, right? So guys, that's super simple, like super easy. And people are so scared of online parties, and you know why? It's just because of the fear of the unknown. When you don't know what's happening or what you're supposed to be doing, it's rather fearful. But now you all know. Now you all know how simple it is and what my super secret is for doing online parties. It's not really super secret. And it's really not hard, right? So all of you have the opportunity to do online parties. And that's the beauty, because you know, we could probably do 2-3 home parties in a weekend and feel okay with that. But we could technically do 9-10 Facebook parties in a week. You can't really do that with home parties, right? So we have an opportunity here that is wide open. You know, and the beauty here is that if you do have a dud for a party, who cares? Move on to the next one. You can do more, right? So do you guys have any questions on how to basically run Facebook parties? It's not very hard, is it? Here we are, almost at the half hour, and we're done talking about them. Any questions? You're welcome, Terry. I hope you guys found it valuable and helpful. Nice. Awesome, Natalie. I hope you have fun with it. When you make the event, do you use the host profile, private or public? I use private and on my own profile. You're welcome. Because that way I have more control of the event. And then you just make her the host of the event too, so that she can invite her friends. You're welcome. Okay. Well, I think Terry may or may not leave me in the group for a little bit, so that if you have questions, I don't mind answering them. The more I can help, the better. And I guess I'll let you guys go. Oh, please come back and talk to us again. I do. Oh, yay. Awesome. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.